So there was a preview for Ivypool's Heart that released a few weeks ago, but I haven't covered it yet because at the time, I was too preoccupied with a new graphic novel. But now that I've talked about that at length, it's time to finally get back to my girl Ivy. I will leave a link to the official Warrior Cats website where you can read the Super Edition preview in the description. As usual, the preview contains the prologue and the first 3 chapters. Basically, the plot is that Whistlepaw gets a vision that there was some wrong committed in the past that must be made right or cats will be lost forever. This is interpreted as there being spirits who are lost and must be brought back to StarClan, otherwise disaster will strike the clans. They eventually agree to send a group of cats out to fix things, 1 from each clan. We get Ivypool, Deathwing, Rootspring, Whistlepaw, and they almost can't get a River Clan cat because Splashtail is a jerk. But miraculously, Icewing, after being exiled from River Clan, gets the news at the last minute and joins the patrol. Meanwhile, there is a character conflict where Ivypool is still mourning the loss of Bristlefrost, and Rootspring is the only cat who understands her, as Bristlefrost was just as important to him. So I don't have a lot to say in this video, but I do have 2 theories I want to touch on. The first would be volcano theory, and I mean that in the most literal sense. I am guessing this book has a volcano in it. A landmark that is discussed for the direction they are traveling towards is a mountain with the tip being a shape of a fox head. It's an odd choice because fox heads are very similar to the shape of a cat head. Why fox specifically? So my best guess is it's just a way of describing how jagged the volcano is. Okay, I'll admit, this isn't the stronger part of my theory, the next evidence is. Whistlepaw describes a 2-leg sign she saw, and she sketches it on the ground because it was a 2D depiction of something, which she thinks is a cloud split by lightning, with vines coming down from it, and closing the cloud. Think about how you would draw a volcano if you were just making a sketch of it. Volcanoes shoot big clouds into the sky during an eruption. Lava flows down the side of a volcano, which could be the split of lightning. And then the volcano itself is the vines, enclosing the cloud as Whistlepaw describes it. It's a very vague description, so I could be off, but between the sign and the Foxhead Mountain being 2 points of focus, that mountain being a volcano just seems like the most likely thing that a person would understand, but the cats would not. And considering danger for all clans is threatened, a potential volcanic eruption would be just that. Perhaps the mysterious spirits know about the volcano, and joining them back to StarClan is what we need to warn the clans so they can get back to safety. Also, Whistlepaw sees a river of blood in her vision, and blood has a similar color to lava. Next theory. The theory is that sometime either in this Super Edition or the next one, we will get closure on Bristlefrost. As in, Warrior Cats will make sure I never make a theory about Bristlefrost returning ever again by confirming she won't. There is a moment where the cats are talking about the Forgotten Spirits and how they could be brought back, and Ivypool briefly considers the idea of Bristlefrost being brought back, experiencing hope for the first time in moons. I feel like if Bristlefrost was coming back, they'd keep it a lot more secret, so I feel like this sort of tease is what Warrior Cats does when they want to do the opposite and crush your heart even more. Warrior Cats is certainly tapping into the 5 stages of grief in this book, and throughout the book I expect Ivypool to jump between these. We most certainly have anger, with Ivypool being upset at cats who don't understand her, and I feel like this hope that Bristlefrost could come back would be bargaining. Not something that will actually come true, just something that will occupy her mind as she works her way towards accepting that Bristlefrost is gone for good. And I think somewhere along the journey, some spirit world shenanigans will happen where Ivypool could see the other side and be faced with the fact that there really is no Bristlefrost, and Ivypool will say, "Bristlefrost is truly gone." And Rootspring will say, "No, she has been with us this entire quest." And Ivypool will say, "What?" And Rootspring will say, "The real Bristlefrost was in our hearts the whole time." And then Ivypool forgets she is depressed, and they all have a dance party. I'm only half joking. If A Light in the Mist is anything to go on, the ending to this plotline will be as cliché and rushed as possible. Hopefully not though. They have 2 entire Super Editions as opposed to just a few chapters. Please get this right, Warrior Cats. And that is all I have in the theory department for today. Thanks everyone for watching. Alright, bye everyone.